absolutely. And surprisingly, this mid lane is not going nearly as poorly as we saw last time. 10-3, 8-2. And
I guess Yawar's just better than Somna's, I don't know.
Yeah, apparently. In a Dota.
What the hell? Wisp, he's just chilling. Super low HP, but he has the regen rune. Are you trying to bait something in?
Trying to get the value out of the regen rune.
He's trying. I would love if he just like flew in, try to get the value, just gets one shot by like a cleave or something.
By the tiebreaker.
Just that one, okay. Top lane, Ame, he's pretty much just 1v2ing him right now. Doing decently, 9-3. There's really not much going on. Just a 2v2 lane back bottom. FY in a little bit of trouble now, getting trapped in. This might just be a kill. Fairy fire up. One more right click from Fenrir. Is he going to get first blood instead? Bottle. And Fenrir does run and gets first blood. Look at that.
Yep, it's 2 kills.
That's a Wisp lane. That's a Wisp with regen and a full bottle. Just comes in and hits with the laughing beaks. Damn.
Yeah, if you overcommit on a Wisp this early in the game, that's the term potential of the tether move speed. You just die.
Yeah, Paparazzi's like, all right, Fenrir, I'm gonna follow you, and that was not the correct move for him.
Top lane, he might be in trouble on 11.
Gets Scorched Earth. It is only level 1, but he's just gonna get held in place. One bash. Won't come out. Gets the slow, they're still trying. Oh, the lightning. Damn. 3 mangoes up on the Shadow Shaman. He's ready to stay in lane.
And that's why you dual lane against Shadow Shaman, because if you don't, that
you just die. You just get held in place. Nothing, no checks or balances. Phase boots on Night Stalker. This is such a scary bottom lane now.
Yeah, it's really important that I like that he rushed the phase boots because you have the Io who gets the movement speed that you have. So he's going to be moving at, with the phase boots, probably 460 move speed, and suddenly this Io as well.
Yeah, you're like 3-shotting a disruptor. You just void him, just right click him a couple times. It is nighttime, early nighttime.
Seems like a small thing, but Razor, Troll, and Nightstar are all very fast heroes as the game goes on. And that will synergize quite well with the Io.
Land M and Viz rune, but just gotta gush in an anchor smash.
Troll has 10 armor though, so he's not exactly gonna die to this.
He does not carry him.
I don't think.
Smiths come out, Infernal Blade will fly. He doesn't have phase boots or treads. He might. He's gonna get held, and there you go. Land M still chasing to another gush. He does, but just gonna use it on X Nova. Slow flies out from Ame. Eats a mango. They're gonna roll in. He's just trying to save his support, but now he might die. No, X Nova missing a lot of attacks will go down, and all right.
Shrine's available in 5 seconds, but obviously you don't want that to happen.
It looked like Ame, like he knew the shrine was up, so he wanted to save his teammate. Let's just both value. Ends up just going down though.
Bounty runes are out.
Chalice will get both
looks like
bottom.
it's going 2 each way though.
Alright.
X-Nova's actually made a rotation to bottom lane, and it's usually a good idea when you have a Night Stalker off lane. Just so easy to set up kills with pretty much any support.
You have 3 heroes down here now. Io. And neither of these 2 heroes were scouted out, so Io and Shadow Shaman, they're just chilling. Uh-oh. And they're gonna go, and he holds them from the backside. He's gonna send him back, but Paparazzi will just go down and nice.
They can dive this.
Nova.
They can keep going. Night Stalker, no fear, has the...
We'll get trapped for a little here, but it doesn't matter. Flying Vision goes in, gets the kill. And this is scary, right? This Night Stalker's just running over him right now. What can they do? They have no getaway, no escape.
This is interesting. I'd have to watch both games back, but in the Yawar versus Ori game, this mid lane was a dumpster. And in this game, it's pretty even. 28-10, 24-9, very respectable mid lane. Maybe Ori learned something from yesterday to today. Sometimes small misplays can actually make a matchup way worse than it has to be.
Ooh, here we go. Rotation coming in. We're going to see the boat. X hits. Torrent will throw him in the air. Land M's coming in. Gush gets the kill in FY. Very close to being able to save him there, I think.
Yeah, there have been a few times in matches where I've like lost a mid lane and you just do some homework and you're like, what did I do wrong here? Something made it way worse than it had to be.
One thing and you're like,
and clearly they did their homework because they willingly picked it after yesterday and now it's way better.
This is another kill on Disruptor bottom though. Chalice, he's just owning. This is a good first nighttime, right? You got kill on 3 different heroes already. You're pressuring this DP out of lane who's just turned level 5 at 7 minutes in. Phase boots up on the Razor now. Makes middle a little bit easier.
Yeah, and Troll's just not really under any threat top, so that means the supports from LGD can continue doing what they're doing. Well, that's a nice kill on the Razor in the mid lane.
Oh. Well, yeah, my bad. Razor just kills Ori.
Didn't expect that either.
Pops over, yeah. Now he's chasing Paparazzi.
He has 100 bonus damage for about 5 more seconds.
He saw the creeps were coming. He knows. He probably could get the kill if the creeps weren't there, but they do. And
they're actually taking the tower bottom.
All it takes just an IO, as well as a Night Stalker misses the last hit, but whatever.
That's 200 gold, man.
It is.
There's no whatever's about 200 gold.
Alright, well, set there, yeah, Samus, he's in control. A TB coming in for this should be a kill for sure. Barry fires up, but they bring him down. You're trading your middle, but you do get the bottom tower, so.
I actually think Razor is probably the least important core for LGD. While obviously these kills matter and they're good, I think if Night Stalker keeps running, he's going Vanguard actually. And I don't know how amazing that item is this game, but I don't see how you kill him either.
Even with his FY X'd. Perfect pullback gets the kill. I mean, the thing is, right, Vanguard against Death Prophet always feels good too, right? Physical damage.
Do the ghosts actually get blocked? I don't know.
Do they? Maybe they don't. I know I think they actually changed it back. That's
Can't answer with any confidence.
That's one of those things. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. Now this kill 11 goes down.
Anywhere the Night Stalker goes is pretty much death zone for Vici.
Yeah, he is just. He's playing so well. Chalice obviously. Oh, Lan M. They know he's there, and he's just gonna go down. This is one of those heroes you see. You're like, he's not gonna die, and then you're like, oh, he's a level 4 support type with 0 points in Kraken.
That's the stout shield I said. He's gonna go for the anchor smash. Apparently, why else would you buy that stout?
This just feels like, I don't know. Support Tide is one of those heroes that used to work. It just doesn't. It really does not.
The thing is, this was a first round in Night Stalker, and I usually like to think that you have like some semblance of counterplay to this hero, and he's just running around, doesn't give a crap about anything. I actually get the last hit on X Nova. We can buy some serious amount of wards with that.
New Oak sends Night Stalker back, who does get doomed. Are they going to be able to bring him down? Or he's here. They definitely will. They're actually looking for more now. But this Night Stalker is so tanky. Infernal Blade comes out. He's actually going to almost get away there, but saves his teammate, who TP's away from Ori. That is a Doom, but it is a kill. Doom Night Stalker, not usually your normal thing, but it's 431 gold. Ton of experience. But Ame just continues to farm.
This feels like much more of an Ame game. Like the way that he wants to play as a player fits really well in this game. He's going to be going the active build, just the Yasha. People have actually been a lot of times skipping the Morbid, especially when you have some semblance of a support that can sustain you. In this case, he has the IO. It's not worth that lifesteal sustain for 1100 gold when you have it from a support.
Ooh, middle lane, here we go. X plus boat, get him pulling back, hits him, Torn hits right afterwards. There comes the gush, and they end up getting the kill. X marks the spot, very powerful tool from afar. Tidehunter is going to buy the tome, so he will have level 6 once that comes out. Might even get it before then, probably not. It's 3 heroes sharing experience.
Yeah, and the same thing as last game is even though Vici is in a bit of a deficit, they have the ability to fight at all stages in the game. So they can always come back in a game like this, and they're doing the right things they need to do. Get the crucial kill leading into the tower. Pretty much impossible to fight in the DP ultimate for the side of LGD. But top lane, yeah.
They're chasing 11. Does get the stomp off, but they should just be able to run him down still. Chalice has a Q in 2 seconds. And we'll get it up. Here comes the Torrent. Oh, and the Ravage just flies with the tome there. And, well, okay. That works.
Okay. Yeah, that was a sick Torrent by Ori, and great use of first Ravage for 2 kills.
You put the tome. Now he's level 7, so it works out for middle lane. Ward will get dropped. Somnus here. Doesn't have a Ring of Aquila, so the creeps will be going down reasonably quick. And yeah, Lan M, he's fine with this. He will get linked up. The Purge does hit him, so he's slow for a little bit, then it gets taken off. But Lan M's just dead. Now Somnus has a ton of damage. On the backside, X Nova just getting chased down by Ori Paparazzi. They get the kill. But now, here we go. Yeah, Relocate comes in. Boat is going to fly. Hits no one. Doesn't even give him the rum. Looks like they want to chase down Ori. Chalice has a nuke in 2 seconds, but they're trying to block him. Infernal Blade will slow him down. In comes Ame as well. But wait. Doesn't matter. He took him out. Now you're just dead.
I think that was a miscue by the IO. I don't think he wanted to take the Night Stalker with him.
Yeah, that hurts them. They just lose Somnus there. They don't even get the tower middle as well. So nice fight by Vici Gaming. That's without Ravage.
I think Somnus is like, wait, what? Where'd my Night Stalker go?
Because that looked like a pretty free kill. But now they want to go back in. It is daytime. Now it's nighttime.
Has the glimpse, and he's staying in place on FY. Well played on that front.
You. A lot of heroes just sitting middle right now. It looks like Ori's the only one not there. And he's a pretty high level. He's level 11.5 right now. Halfway to a Shadow Blade.
Pretty standard Kunga build I think we've been seeing coming out. Pretty much always drums in the Shadow Blade. Yeah. And then Daedalus or BKB at that point.
So we see Wad inside a bottle a lot, but here we go. Fight's gonna come down. We get the X, the boat's gonna fly onto Chels. They won't be able to bring down the Doom yet. Boat's gonna hit, gets run to everyone. They throw Chels in the air. FY's keeping it alive, won't matter now. He's gonna get chased down by Lanham, gets the kill. Wow. Doom flies, Ame's dead. And they're just fighting. This is the biggest thing, right? You have Ghosts and Ravage, which are long cooldowns, but every time Boat's up, which is very quickly, they're just taking fights.
And you have Doom. And you have Disruptor ulti. They just have like 5 ultimates that fight. So if you have like 2 or 3 of them, you can just fight them. And I'm surprised LGD is forcing the issue. They have virtually no team fights.
Middle tower is under attack.
They don't. They really don't.
And so I'm very surprised that they're willingly taking these fights. Yep.
Why is he there?
I don't think he expected to get caught out by that X marks the spot with the ward coming out from the Radiant.
Look at that Dire ward too. The Sentry ward actually just misses that Radiant.
Yeah, I think that's why he didn't expect to get caught by the vision of the Kunkka, but this is one of those games where LGD needs to play it a bit smarter. They need to not take fights like that against the lineup of VG.
A lot like game 1, right? Like they had the early lead. Your Nightstalker just completely owned the bottom lane, and now you've given away all advantage you had.
Yeah, but they are smoked up looking for a fight. They have Ravage, though.
Ravage, yeah. Oh, Fenrir might just get punished here. Doesn't the wrench, here comes the boat. Gonna bring him back. He's just gonna throw him. Gets Nightstalker. Force gonna fly. Doesn't hit anyone. The Wisp actually takes him back, saves him. Ravage will on the 2x. Nova will go down. Fenrir is there as well. It's 4 against 4 right now. They're trying to chase down Kunkka. Can't quite find him. Ward's on the ground, not doing much to land him, even though he doesn't have Kraken Shell. Stun comes out. Nightstalker's still alive. FY keeping him alive. It's 2 for 2.
Yeah, there's no Razor here, so despite the fact that they started the fight off well, Ame is not that strong.
Paparazzi, the bash, but it's not going to be enough. He does get the heal off Spirit Siphon, and wow.
It is such an odd decision to have Troll be fighting and Razor be farming. I feel like it should be the opposite.
Or just have all 5 fighting.
Yeah, either. Like, if you're going to have one hero not fighting, I feel like it should be the Troll.
That fight's crazy. Wait, what's he doing?
He's feeling himself. He's going to get glimpsed, though, either way. I'd already X-marked.
I just don't understand.
I admire the balls on this man.
Do you? Why is he there, man? I actually have zero clue.
It's the pun.
The pun. Why is he there? Because he just shouldn't be there.
Hey man, I'm just trying. My comedy, material. It's limited. I gotta work with what I got.
It's true. I just. Okay, the pun was great, but why was he there as a player?
I really have no idea, actually.
It's no.
I say he has a tether out or whatever, but he doesn't because they have Glimpse and X. So that's not like a reliable way to live on a hero level.
And I know some of the heroes were low, but X marks the spot. We saw him. He just X, TP'd, healed up, came back, and man, it just feels like Vici. I love the use of their cooldowns. I know it sounds weird to say, but they almost always use Ravage and Ghost at different times, meaning they can always team fight because you have one of those big ults. Yeah, they just have 5 ultimates, so if they just have like 2 or 3 of them, they're good. They don't have Ravage, but they have the other 4. Top lane Lanham. No stuns. Good. Oh no, it's Yules. Yeah, exactly. Yules usually defensive. You use it aggressively to chase them. It is just a support type, but still, 300 gold going the way your Razor is always going to be good, and IO finally gets some experience. He's just been sitting out of experience range the entire game. This level 15 is actually pretty important for him, so the experience on IO is not something to scoff at. Back on Chalice. I'll never see this coming. That was it. He was just stealing the Invis rune. Alright. Yeah, just defensive glimpse. You get out of my face, glimpse. X-Nova's actually just farming bottom as well. It almost has the mana boots. Feels good. Ori got dusted top, so he just drums away. Yeah, FY saw his orbs were hitting something. He's like, what the hell's there? And mid lane now, but there's actually a relocate behind. It is. Will they be able to get Fenrir first? So it looks like they walk Paparazzi. Takes time now. Jules comes out, throws him up, and is everyone just going to get away? Even Fenrir? He's getting chased down. Ori gets kill on X Nova, but now Samus is going to get him. That has a lot of move speed. Chalice might be in trouble bottom. Has the DP TPing in, but he doesn't have Yules, I don't think. No, he doesn't. So he should just walk away. Is nighttime as well, or pardon me, Nightstalker ulti. And just TV's out. Do you like the Shadow Blade second item after Vanguard on Nightstalker? It's different. It's odd. They need some way to set up ganks
So I think that he's deeming it his job, because I don't think any of the other heroes become that hero. The Troll and the Razor are not heroes that eventually become gankers. So I feel like it's an interesting adjustment to what they're lacking. I don't know if it'll work all that well. And eventually Silver Edge isn't bad, but it is like a support tide, so I don't think Silver Edge, I think it goes down in value. I just want to point out that he's level 10 with no points in Kraken Shell on the Tide Hunter. So very interesting hub build coming to you soon, you know. I'm going to see my support tides with 404. They are smoked up, probably going to find Chalice here. They have the X. And they actually have the Troll. Oh, nope, he broke. They see him.
Oh, and they're just chasing.
That'd be the only one
the move speed with the Yasha. Wait, he's just standing up there now. Oh, he's trying to turn on him. Oh,
I don't think they can fight this,
There's
though.
Ravage. LAN-M goes in. Only hits onto one. He's going to be challenged. Bo's going to come and just finish him off immediately. But now Somnus is going to leech up on Ori. But a hold in the place goes on 11. Doom comes out. And uh-oh. Somnus in a lot of trouble right now. The Wisp trying to keep him alive. They're just chasing. Gets clips back. Goes down now. FY is getting chased down by 11. That's going to be a free kill. Will they find Ame? They do. X marks the spot. Vici Gaming is just rolling right now.
I'm quite confused by the way LGD's chosen to play this entire series. Last game, it felt like they just didn't fight, and in this game, it feels like they're fighting, and they have actually no team fight.
Yep, like that. And it's weird, right? Because like Razor wants to fight early, but he's not. He wants to link up while people get locked down, and they don't really have lockdown, like you said.
And yeah, it's just an awkward draft. I said I liked their draft better, but now that I'm seeing the mid game, I think LGD, or I think VG's honestly just playing the draft better.
It feels VG's playing more Chinese Dota too. Like that's the big thing. Chinese Dota loves team fighting, and they
usually why they don't pick Wisp.
Yeah, exactly.
Hero that kind of splits up the map, makes you want to look for skirmishes in your favor. Yeah, just have more numbers at any fight than the enemy heroes. And these Troll Razor type heroes, they don't scale particularly well if they don't have a reliable way to output their damage. And they need BKBs, but yet these BKBs don't necessarily make them invulnerable. Kunkka will do a ton of damage, the DP, the Doom. And they are going BKB on Troll and Razor.
Yep, you got to. Even though these team fights are just insane. And obviously Ravage going to be up in 50 seconds. Ghosts are already up, and we've seen that again. They split up these ultimates, and you just never can fight on LGD.
They just have to separate them and then pick them off, but they keep kind of just willingly taking these. It's like you saw on the last fight, Ame like sat on the hill ready to go back in, and it's just like they're running at you. They have all 5 heroes, and I don't think there's any situation in this game, no matter how the fights start, there's no like initiation that LGD can get where they just burst down a hero. That's just never happening with the heroes they have.
It still only is a 2K gold lead, though. I mean, these have been some big team fights, but it's not the like most outrageous lead. Can Ame solo carry this game?
My thing is, you know, I try to be as honest as possible without being too grim, but like the last few games when Vici was down, we said they can always fight. Yeah. But LGD is down, and I don't feel like they can fight. And so they're in the spot where every time you see top lane, Razor just has to use the Doom defensively. And this is just not a space you want to be in. I think the only way LGD can really come back is like once they get BKBs, maybe get a Roche and have it where a fight, the ultimates go on cooldown for Vici, and maybe just lose the Aegis. I think that's kind of their way back in this game. But it's never easy to come back when you can't fight the opponent.
You know, like LAN-M, like he just hit great ultis pretty much. He's always in the middle, and they keep forgetting, right? Because like he's a support, but he's just in the middle. Ravage is always going to be Ravage, no matter what.
Yeah. I do like that they're slowing down the pace on LGD, though. Like, they're just like, okay, we're not fighting anymore.
Yeah, you have a Troll. And look at this. It's only a 1K lead. They're going to push top, and that's the thing. Maybe LGD, they're like, wait, we do have a Wisp Troll. We can take this to late. We can split up lane. Let's farm.
Yep.
Razor can't really get picked off. He tons of move speed plus that Yules we saw. He can just run away. Oop, I should probably change the net worth here. 2 minutes in, huh?
You see me do it?
I
just did it myself.
Uh-oh. I thought you were clicking. It's Y. Hotkey's always Y. You'll get used to it, my friend.
Yeah, you know, when I was opting, I tried to remember that stuff, but now, you know, no pressure.
All I know is W and Y. W last hits Y.
There you go. Simple, man. I like it.
I is fantasy points. Love me some fantasy points. Is it? No, it's 5x stats. I'm just a dirty liar.
That's kind of useful, too.
That is a very useful one. But it looks like a smoke.
Challenge is scouting everyone else out with the Shadow Blade. So that's actually kind of nice, the vision aspect of kind of like a Bounty Hunter Nyx type hero. But obviously in a core role, it's not nearly as value. Paparazzi finds him with the Yules. They might get the X, but he's a little bit out of range.
Just flies straight away. They're still chasing. They're all chasing. Let's get that X. Nope, they're not going to find him.
I like the solar on DP. All of the damage from LGD is right clicks.
We used to do that a lot, right? Eternal Envy used to love that. It was always Yules in the solar. Lately, we haven't been seeing like medallions or stuff because he needs armor.
Yeah.
We just haven't been seeing as much.
I feel like the items like Eon Disc kind of took it over for the survivability tool, but when they have no stuns, you don't need to worry about the cleanse from the Eon Disc. You can just walk away pretty much in this game.
Are they going to commit fully for this Roche? Ravage is up. Ghost's already going. In comes Samus, gives him some vision. Challenge is going to try to steal it. He does get the steal on the Aegis, and now Link comes up with these BKBs. They're just right-clicking and let him down. This is going to be a kill. In comes the IO on the backside. Ghosts are running away. Lan M. He has to get out of there. Ori, gets purged. The boat's going to come in. Not
there it is.
Time.
BKBs, Roche, and ultimates are down.
And a steal. That was such a good play by Chels. He runs in, makes it nighttime, just flies over and Vincent steals it.
I thought there was really only one way for them to come back, and there it is.
Get it. Double BKB time. That's item timings.
Yeah, I'm surprised that VG gave that to him. I feel like they could have been a little bit more disciplined with the way their heroes were. Like the Tide, his job's a little more awkward now.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that the BKBs are out on the side of LGD. They absolutely needed them, and now the fights are just much easier. They have no ultimates. They have Ravage still.
Oh, and there's going to be a send back onto Chel.
Yeah, as Aegis does.
He does after getting that steal. And he just gets healed up by the IO.
No glimpse. They just used it. So LGD is going to be content. They got the Roche. They got 2 tier 2s. Disruptor's looking, though. 3 seconds. He's going to get X Nova. They're going to look like they're going to fight this on LGD.
Chalice doesn't have an ultimate yet, though, so it is daytime, but on the backside, Fender just drops so quickly to Samus. Ravage comes in, does hit all 5, actually, even the IO on the backside. It comes to both, but they both have BKBs, doesn't do anything. Ame's trying to get some bashes, can Ori is BKB'd up himself, but 210 damage, so Samus does a ton of damage right now. Do they have lockdown X Nova? He silenced 1, 2, Ori just gonna get run at, gets killed. Lan M, you're dead in 2 hits as well. Oh, I lied. 10 HP still left. He's chasing. Blinks away. They have to hold on to 11.
Clearly, Samus left the same thing you did.
Finally has Kraken Shell. He's like, oh, crap. He just hadn't had it all game. I didn't expect him. Now they're going to get out. Now,
And
you
so
see the team fights,
winning.
right? Like, you don't have abilities to team fight.
Yeah.
But now you counter the other team's abilities by buying a BKB.
Yep, and the thing is, the game will get a little bit harder when the BKBs become lower duration. But Razor is a hero that he can simply remove heroes like Kunkka from the fight. And even if you get the Doom off, if he gets the BKB plus Drain off, which he has gotten the last couple fights, doesn't matter. He's a hero that will do his job anyways. So one of the classics of picking into Doom, these heroes like Razor, DP, Lycan that can just use their abilities, go into the fight, and if you Doom them, whatever. The Troll, going back for a Scotty, which I like a lot. I think he has the S and Y. Yes, he does. Scotty just really nice against these melee heroes that can just be hit over and over again.
You were talking about this earlier yesterday, though. Vici Gaming, you don't like lineups that don't have carries, and they have a Death Prophet and Kunkka. Isn't that
yeah, and I thought like it was going to be rough for LGD to come back, but the Roche was really their only way back in this game, and they got it, and suddenly, like you said, Troll's not the most amazing late game carry, and I'm never excited about it. But
he is a carry.
But against the lineup of VG in this game, like you said, they have no carry. They have a Death Prophet, and that hero is always an ultimate. And we talked about it last game. And Shaman IO is not a support duo that you can laugh at in the late game. Like FY is actually pretty farmed on the IO. And
Cardi and Greaves, yeah, he's not a little fight. He's pretty damn fun.
Yeah.
Look at his move speed on both of them. Like
he's almost level 15 as well.
Here we go. Shiva's going to fly in. They have a Hex coming. Lan M, as well as Chalice in a lot of time. X Nova baits it in, and yeah. Looks like they're just going to try to lock him down. He does have Blink got tied after one. Will he get away? Nope. Gets canceled by the Shaggle of X Nova. It's going to be a double.
They have buyback on Doom if they want to use it.
Oh, Ghosts have been used by Paparazzi to trick. He just runs forward. He's like, wait a minute, I have an agent. They're going to get Fenrir. Boat's going to fly, not even hit anyone. BKB Paparazzi is going to try to go in there. The agent. Buyback from 11 gets the Doom off on Razor, but IO, he's just sitting on him right now. And in the back lines, Chalice is back alive. Who's he going to go for? They're going to find the Death Prophet.
Yeah, the Acceptor on IO too.
Yep, look at this. Yules into the air. Paparazzi does get the kill on X-No, but should go down finally. Does. And now they're going to right-click. They're just going to kill 11. That's a dieback. And this game is looking more and more out of control. That was a fight with ghosts. And they just lost it.
And it was a little bit late, but LGD realized how they had to play this game. And now it's working. And they're crushing. And they've got the Razor Axe if they tether him up. Tether him for the push if they want to.
Oh, here we go, Red. Fly now. What does FY do? He is really deep. He does get the Guardian Greaves off, flies away. Now Ame's going in. We do a set back onto FY, but he's still alive. He's actually ulting himself out. See ya.
You see that bow? That was a little ways off. Did not follow up on the stun targets. Pretty big deal if you missed the follow-up to the Ravage.
I think for this, the courier just goes down somewhere. Looks like into base, and now Ori, just gets right-clicked. Will we get a bash? We do not. Yeah, that's the thing you're talking about, right? They shouldn't be team fighting into that, and then all of a sudden, LGD, they just go and farm, right, for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, got their BKBs.
And
something you can fight here.
Now, there to BKB, off to Zori, okay. Get a throwback, Ame, but he's not going to get hit. He actually mistimes it, no BKB, and in comes the Wisp to save him. Saw misses BKB'd up, draining. Paparazzi taking so much damage. Gets his BKB out, 2 spear sites, some nice torrent. Hits on the 3 of them, they get the cleave. Lando gets the kill, they're looking for more. Doom, not quite up yet, but he's right-clicking down. Ame's still alive somehow. They haven't killed him, they finally do. But now the Tracer's level 22.
I legitimately feel like they could just like buy back on the IO and the troll just in this game.
Bury the leech, Landem in a ton of trouble right there. You see, does have buyback, will have to do it, but Fenrir dies. He has a buyback as well. Samus is still just in. They're just diving. Over and over. Oh, sorry. Chalice scared. Well, could Chalice have killed Landem there? What?
I don't even know if it does anything. He has the gem. It's a pretty big deal that he gets away with it.
But it's these 2 heroes. I feel like you could just nuke Landem once.
That might be an Ag's Serpent Horse, by the way.
Well,
I'm actually sure.
Well, they get out somehow. The 2 supports on both sides. That is a dieback from Fenrir, or a buyback, pardon me, from Fenrir, as well as Landem, and now it's a 14,000 gold lead.
Got a little out of control pretty quick there. And I think they could have made the play to just end it there, but who cares, right? You're up by 14k at this point. I mean, when you can team fight, that's the way you come back in the game, but suddenly when you have these items on the side of LGD that just make it much easier to take these fights, suddenly they have the Vlad coming out actually on the Night Stalker, excuse me, which I think is a huge deal for a troll. Everyone loves building lifesteal on troll, and I love that he skipped to this game. I just think it's super important that he got his Yasha BKB as soon as possible, and now he's just going these Scotty type items where he can just lock onto his targets, and he's going to have that 50 damage talent at level 20.
And here's what you talked about too, you'll see it more in the late game with the move speed from all these people on LGD. It just Wisp or IO.
And now they're using that Night Stalker Axe.
I love this. Look at, I just love the circle on the mini map. It's so big.
So satisfying.
Lane
Ame just alone here.
They know he's alone too, I think.
Radiant structures are fortified.
He's gonna have to BKB to get out of this, I think. But he warded for that. Yep, he had to BKB.
They just popped the shrine. They're like, well, it's gonna die soon. It doesn't regen now in the newest patches.
That is no longer unhealable damage.
It is, and it is gonna heal up if Ame doesn't go for it. So
Roche is up. It looks like in about 30 seconds. So that's probably gonna be the center of focus for both teams.
Do you think LGD might just push top? Double siege and pushing in, or no?
I think LGD is going to try to force VG to react to bottom, and it'll just enable them to Roche, because they can't. I don't think that, even with the lead they have, I don't think they can just walk into the. They could maybe walk into the Roche pit, but I think that's the only way that VG wins this game.
It's the same thing with the first Roche, right? Like LGD, it's the one way back into the game. They got it. Don't give the same.
And they've got the constant pressure because on the bottom lane because they took the racks. So I'm expecting them to just let that pressure. Like it's gonna do it on its own. They're gonna scout out with the Night Stalker whole player on Roche, and the second they see somebody on Vici go bottom, they're gonna just walk into the Roche pit. And they're actually gonna smoke it up, so they're gonna try to be proactive themselves. And I'm surprised a bit because they don't have the Scotty done on the troll, but they do have the ward vision or the vision from the Night Stalker, excuse me. Eddie ward from BG.
X-Nova goes in, he gets the trap actually coming in. He's gonna try to get Cam to get landed. No, he gets his ulti up. No BKB pop by Ame yet. They already killed Nova and Sun. What a play coming out the Ravage. And now Ame, he is right clicking down to get Ori, but he's gonna die as well. And FY, you're dead. Look at this. It's just a straight 4 for 1. Full buybacks coming, but the Night Stalker, he might just die as well.
I just don't understand. I feel like that's the only way they lose.
Is fighting around row?
Yeah, I feel like they just wait for the bottom lane. They were doing it so well for like 10 minutes, and they went from being down 5k to being up 15. And now these 3 buybacks. This is a dieback. If he goes down, he has BKB still.
He is going to pop at land M now. We see a leech coming out onto 11, but X-Nova, he blinks forward. That would be a dieback from him as well. There's going to be a setback on the Razor. He's going to get Infernal bladed up through there. Now Paparazzi gets thrown in the air, but he is getting healed up by FY. Tied on the backside, just right-click him. He's still alive, but Razor, are they going to get out? It looks like what a double stop by 11. And they need to kill FY first. They do, and it's not game, but that is...
They don't really have roast damage.
Comeback, yeah.
They have the Solar Crest, but that's it.
I take tier 2 middle, maybe?
I know that I'm a spectator and I have a lot more time to think because I'm not busy worrying about everything that's going on in the game, but I don't understand how they just think they can walk into them like that. That's a choke point. They get ravaged into like a 3-man boat torrent.
They didn't get their BKBs off either, right? Like
yeah.
Maybe if Ame and Razor both BKB before Ravage,
yeah,
that's a whole different thing.
But we'll say Lanham had no hesitation. We've actually been seeing some of these games, these teams hesitate too much before their initiation, and it leads to these fights going poorly for them, and Lanham just goes. He was ready, blinks in, no hesitation. Ravage gets the heroes before they BKB, and I'm a little confused.
You said it was the one way they come back into this game and look at, from a 14k lead diving the fountain.
They used 3 buybacks there, and it effectively stopped Vici from getting the Roche while they were dead, but this Death Prophet suddenly almost has a full Shivas, and they're just going to walk into the Roche pit with that Solar Crest. They have Ghost coming up in 10 seconds. Razor's dead. They know he has no buyback for 40 seconds, and it's daytime. Chalice has ultimate, so...
Are you even going to use Paparazzi's ulti, or you just fight him?
He fights you, I think, but otherwise they
know he doesn't have buyback, so there's no reason to. Chalice is here.
Yeah, he pops it immediately after the next roll.
Now, Fender is here, up. Oh, on the backside, there we go. Ulti comes, and now this just might be a kill. They were ready for Chalice. And he's going to go down. Ame Warrior here. Ame does snatch the Aegis. Radiant gets the kill. So looking for X-Nova in the middle, just getting right click down. Ravage does fly. Hits on the 3 of them. Look at this. Lanham is just chasing FY around. Gets the kill. And now Ame, he's in a pretty bad spot here.
He's in a pickle, I think was how you'd say.
Yeah, it's a very big pickle. He's just going to die. What can you do? Vici Gaming has the first lead. Wait, Samus is running in now. He's gonna try to get a Paparazzi.
No
Gotta get reached up. No DP on Lanham. Probably dead. Gem's on the ground. Okay. So, Razor cleans up a little and gets their gem back. Wow. What a fight, though.
And, you know, sloppy Dota makes for some exciting Dota.
It does, and I love the, They knew Chelsea was going to go for that steal, and they just instantly, they popped like 4 ultis on him. Both Disruptor ulti, they just didn't care.
Yep, and despite the fact that they have no carry, the LGD heroes have to have BKBs in order to take these fights, and their BKBs are 5 seconds now.
What do you think of the Satanic on Razor? That is a very rare build, especially like 3rd item? Yeah.
I personally would have preferred to see a Refresh Orb, because he's a hero that can double ulti, the double link adds up, and as I emphasize again, if you're not BKB'd on LGD, you will die. And so I'm kind of surprised about the Satanic. I feel like he can man up because of the IO more so than he normally would be able to, but it's a little bit peculiar to me. I feel like I would prefer the Refresh Orb, but I'm curious to see how the Satanic plays out, because the IO could definitely be an influencing factor on that. He also has the 100 attack speed talent at level 25.
Is IO level 20 yet? Nope, not yet. What do you go for this? Do you go attack tethered allies target, you just get the gold per minute? Feels like he's playing more supporty. Just get the gold.
I think you go GPM just because you don't have like a gyro or anything like that, but maybe he thinks troll will be enough to warrant the attack tethered targets.
Here we see Shadow Shaman just trying to get some wards down.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't used Shadow Shaman wards while tethered, because all you have to do is just use it at the moment, right? You don't have to remain tethered. Haven't done that yet.
Ward's just going down, no one can really do much. Uh-oh, X-Nova. We're going to see the Voodoo come out. Is Glimmer caped up? Do they have vision? Both just going to fly in. Somnus still BKB. It is only 5 seconds. Can they kill X-Nova? They finally will on the backside. Paparazzi BKB as well. Summon. His BKB is down now. Challenge just chasing. Ame comes in. His BKB is up. He turns. It's 5-6. So can they get away? Looks like they will. Chalice right clicking. Uh-oh. Laden has Ravage. He's going to use it. That's a 5 BKB. Set back. Disrupt ulti hits on the 2. Ame will be saved by a fly. Gets him out of there. But Chalice will get right click down. Ori. Nice back. Doom comes out. Ame. Paparazzi.
Might just be game.
I think it is. Especially if Ame goes down. He does. And VG just clears him out. All that's left is an IO, and not anymore. You're talking about, though, they don't have the best building damage with Ghosts, so it is hard for VG to end the game.
Yeah, they have 80 seconds. Should be at least one lane of racks, I imagine. But based on what I've seen so far this game, I legitimately have no idea what's going to happen here.
It is strange. Like, that was... Somnus popped his BKB and ran in, and then Ame came in after the BKB and popped his own. It is very sloppy Dota, as you said.
Uncharacteristically so. Like, I feel like out of all the teams we've been watching, LGD has been looking the cleanest. And in this series, I think they threw 2-1 games in this series so far, if they manage to still lose this game.
It's looking like it. They just can't team fight 5-second BKBs. They run out so quickly.
And Tidehunter as a support scales incredibly well in the late game if you can get away with it. So they pretty much have 4 cores on VG. So despite having no carry, Doom removes the hero from the game, win for an AC, so that actually buffs up their damage a lot. And they have no Ghost for another 40 seconds, but they do get 1 lane of racks. And suddenly, when you have an equalized racks advantage here, the team with better fighting is going to be at the advantage in these type of games. And I think LGD had the option to split them up, and now I don't think they do.
Yeah, now an Arcane Rune just gets picked up, bottled by Death Prophet.
And he almost has Octarine Core as well.
That's so scary. And you saw that, right? Paparazzi was just 2v1ing Ame as well as the Wisp on the backside. They couldn't do anything against him.
That's the BKB plus the Solar Crystal. I love the Solar Crystal build. He's super tanky, 33 armor, and you have that little 20 talent that gives you the 500 health, so quite tanky. They look like they're probably just trying to force the issue on LGD, but I just...
What can you do? You just lose a fight now, you probably lose the game.
Troll really does not scale all that well, and that hero, he only scales well if he can just man up, and he doesn't have any lifesteal, and he needs his BKB to be up, and it's only 5 seconds.
When you saw Trolls winning a lot of games, right? That was during like the phase boost faster, but they're gonna jump in here. So we're getting good pop. X-Nova is just holding Ori. He will get out there. No buyback on the come. You have to remember, there goes Lana. They know he has Ravage. He tries to get out, but Doom flies, and it's gonna hit. Oh my god, he hits a 4-man round. 11 blinks it, gets the stomp. Well, and they're just running him over right now. They're running them over. Razor gonna throw something through the air. It's not gonna matter. Comes down, might kill Lana, and he does. But gets the kill, and only Chalice and FY survive the 2 supports. And he didn't survive. FY's dead.
Yeah.
Once again, just a fight out of nowhere. I mean, I just don't think LGD can. What can they do anymore?
Yeah, I mean, once the BKBs are 5 seconds, he just patiently waits on Lanham, goes in the second they're off, and gets the, I think that was a 5-man Ravage. And
4, I think, yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah, basically everybody, and there's also an Arcane Rune Ghost, as we mentioned, so that he's going to have it up, and yeah.
Has his, as well as Octarine if he wants to buy it. I think the big, I love, he just kept the stomp this whole game on Doom, and he's just using blink stomping every time.
Yeah, super good. They have a lot of setups for it as well, and he also can set up for the reliable stuns that the rest of his team has.
There's still a tier 1 bottom?
Oh. Yeah, that's generally what happens. Something I've talked about a lot on my stream is that when you see these 2 towers, they either get taken at like
10 minutes.
10 minutes or now, like depending on the game. They were behind for a while.
Why is that though?
It's just awkward to group up here. Usually the lane's like pushed into your tier 2, and so if you want to take it, you're pretty much just walking down the lane as 5. So most of the time you take that tower, either you have, he has 100% cleave on Doom, by the way.
Oh wait.
You either need to walk down the lane as 5, and then the other team can pressure other lanes while you're doing it, or to be able to walk up to it and not care that they're going to be there. But they're actually going to find Chow off bottom with no BKB.
Yeah, we already saw one TP try to come. They're just trying to cancel him out. Well,
he's actually just
Chow does what he does, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen his talent on Doom, by the way. 100% cleave for 150 damage.
I mean, you're seeing these stuns, right? These ravages into the stomps. He's going to be doing some cleave.
Still ready for that Daedalus.
Does it have an attack animation?
No, no, it's. I don't think so. I think it's mainly just for creep clearing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Infernal Blade damage is nuts.
3% or 2, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually 12% max health because you get the 4 ticks. So a little odd in my opinion, but don't think it'll be.
This whole game's been odd.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah. If I try to keep interpreting this game, I'll just.
I think Vici Gaming has played. I mean, they lost the laning phase again, but after that. That just seems to be the thing, right? Even game 1, Vici Gaming just loses laning phases, and then they win 1 or 2 team fights.
And that's China Dota. You just have these. I mean, they have about as much team fight as I can fathom in a lineup. All they're missing is like an Enigma or something.
No smoke gang coming. Chalice. He's just going to be hiding here again. It's pretty rich. 3.3k on Night Stalker just sitting. Uh-oh. They can spot out Chalice. You are going to die. Will he get the dupe off? Does he want to? No. Silence does fly from the death prompt, but they know where he's at. Gonna get glimpsed back, and this time he goes down. Why is Night Stalker's Vlad's in his backpack?
He didn't want it to show on the creeps.
Oh, okay. Smart. That's why you're BS.
Yeah. Got off or something.
You think you should be able to turn that off, or do you think no? You think it should be?
I think it's like it would be nice, but. I think it would be good, actually. I think Vlad's could use some quality of life changes.
I mean, it's just a bad, right? No one picks it up now.
Yeah, I mean, I think he picked it up only because he has a troll with no lifesteal.
And they were owning. That was after they died, right? Like, you're like, oh, I'm just going to get a life 2.3k. Let's just go push again.
Yeah.
And they lose a team fight.
Find these little items that help you fight better, but now suddenly you can't fight at all. So items like Vlad's just don't really do anything. And that's the Octarine core pulls from the DP. They have the Refresher Shard. They have so many options. I think they give it to Tide.
You think you don't? You just wait for the next set of ghosts.
Yeah, they gave it to Tide here.
And we've seen LANM has that double Insomnia. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. He already had a 5-second BKB. Look at that, 25% cooldown reduction. How greedy this lineup is and worked. Like, it is amazing to me. Like, support Tide, it should just lose whatever lane he's in, it feels like.
And they actually gave the Refresh Shard back to the DP. I think both options are perfectly fine.
It's going to be an Octarine on Tide as well.
Oh my goodness. And you said that you mentioned the 25% cooldown. I'm assuming you're talking about the Tide?
Yeah.
He has that with his level 25. So once he gets that Octarine, his cooldown will be something around like 80 seconds on Ravage.
Then you can just fight whenever you want. LGD... Once again, we talked about how do they come back into it. This troll is 3 slotted at 45 minutes in. The no Battle Fury build, you just farm really.
You're reliant on fighting and taking objectives. And they got that great stage in the game where they took lane of Rax, and...
Did they dive? Let's be honest. Should they have not have dived the Fountain? I mean, obviously we can look back in hindsight, but they actually dove a Fountain.
I legitimately think they were supposed to buy back the Wisp and the Troll back then, and just in the game. Because they knew they had no buybacks, because they had killed them and they diebacked. So it's not like they hope they have no buybacks. I think that, you know, in the words of Kyle, that's not playing to win, baby. You know, I just, I feel like it's this Chinese Dota, though, so you don't want to look back in hindsight 2020.
Yeah.
But I just think, despite that choice, we just talked about the Roche. Like, don't take that Roche fight head on. Boom, take it head on, get wiped, lose Roche, and suddenly, like, these Roches have decided who's winning.
They know Ame's there. He just showed up. He was trying to cut the creeps, but he completely missed, and now he's got a BKB TP.
Yeah, he just has to. But top lane is pushed in, so if they want to use that 70-second cooldown in order to just force the issue, they absolutely can. They have the Octarine done on Tide. I mean, that is in the 84-second cooldown, 0.375.
Nope.
Cooldown on the Ravage.
Look at this bottom. They're forcing it. Ame, so he TP'd to the shrine.
They have no choices for this option. Like,
ooh, if they find Paparazzi possibly?
And Vici actually knows he has no TP, so they're going to immediately go bottom. Might even do like some sandwich maneuver, but they're just going to fight them head on, I think.
There you go. X won't go out. It will fight
BKB.
Yep, they know he doesn't have BKB because he TP'd out. Now the cleave comes out in his LANM, and will he just ulti? Nah. He's dead. Okay.
That's my reaction. Exactly, yeah.
So how do you end this as VG? Like, because you are going to get split, but you are just a bunch of team fighters, right? Like, doesn't Doom just sit bottom and push?
I think you just give them the good old march down bottom lane with 2 or 3 heroes like they're doing. And that's the lane that's pressuring them, right? Because they have the lane of Rax advantage. So you just have to relieve the push pressure. First off, you have to kill somebody, which they did. And then now you just have to march down a lane. And that's exactly what they're doing. So they're just slowly maneuvering their way to collapsing on the LGD side of the map. And I think once Vici gets to your base as 5 and you don't have some semblance of split push pressure, I don't see how you deal with it. They have the Kunkka with the Aegis dealing with top. He has the bots, really good like purchase from him. He doesn't even finish the Daedalus. He knows that somebody has to push out the side lane that the rest of the team can't just show up to, and he has him up in 10 seconds. So they're just going to group up bot. And Troll's going to be losing a Rax before he buys back if he chooses not to.
And they have the refresher shard, obviously. They could still get back to Tide too if they wanted at this point. I feel like you do, right? Because you're just all in with the ghosts. Like, you just pop ghosts right here. And obviously if you don't use Ravage, you just give it back to her if you want. But yeah, I feel having it on him might be smarter.
I agree. I don't think it particularly matters.
Ooh, X, they find that one. This is the torrent, but it's not going to matter. Ravage flies, and guess what? It's one with it.
Why not?
Just IO with no buyback.
Please give them the refresher or shard if they need to. They're probably just going to reuse the ult on DP after this one expires and just end the game.
You see Chalice. What's he going for here? He's trying to end the game? They're trying to end the game on him. But look at this, 11 just finds him, gets the Doom off before BKB. Fender is here, he's just using that for damage, and now they're going to look for Chalice as well. Get the silence off Ame. Is he gonna die to Doom?
Yeah, the Doom DP at his talent.
A lot of
pretty much doubles the damage.
I think that's the right play by LGD, even though they're not gonna win a game ever, straight up. They try to do something tricky, it doesn't work out.
They can't take out on fights. See them just desperately trying to push out every wave that they can find.
They just run the base like, oh, we're gonna end the game. They definitely won't react. They react and kill them.
That's just crossing fingers.
Why not?
Well, you know, I like the idea. I can't see them, they can't see me. You know, they're just not looking at the mini-map.
So now I like... Paparazzi's actually the only one middle right now. He's like, wait, where's my teammate? We can just end the game, I think.
Yeah, I'd definitely be pinging my teammates at this point. But nah, they're in no rush to group up. In regards to the fact that they're not going to use the refresher shard. They're just going to have the deep yield come off cooldown naturally. It's 15 seconds. And, I mean, LGD is doing what they need to do in terms of pressuring the other lanes, but...
No.
I don't think it's enough. It's not like the Troll has a ton of items and he's just going to crush your buildings. He actually has 3 of his items are Boots of Travel, Phase Boots, and Aquila. So, like you said, he's still pretty much 3 slotted at 50 minutes in the game. I actually don't think his net worth has gone up in the last 15 minutes.
I mean, he's below the position 4 Tide.
Yeah, that does not feel good.
Yep. And this is, yeah, you just look at that net worth, and Reagan has 4 of the top 5. Razor? He's done a good job farming. Problem is, with 5 say BKB, like, you just run in. If you don't kill off the cores, you die.
He does have a refresher up, though.
So that's a ton of burst, obviously. Like, you don't think of burst on Razor, but you pop them, you just go in. Alright?
Yep, the double ulti does stack, so
it's an insane amount, especially when your ulti goes off as well, so...
Yep. And it's snowballing damage, because every 10 hits 1 armor traction, so...
Doing the math here, so if you have 2 of them, 2 armor gone every 0.46. That was pretty easy.
There you go. When he actually has the batch block possibly on the Kunkka, he's just gonna kill him.
Oh, Kunkka does have the cheese up, but it's still gonna ring. It is gonna be enough. They get the kill. In comes everyone else. Buyback from Orange.
Double as ulti
Nova goes down. It is doing a ton, but now Samus has no BKB doing a Ravage. It's gonna be silenced up. He does have it. Yules into the air. Doesn't even use it. Doom comes out. But look at the damage, 11! They're just not getting anything. They get the kill, and God, you see the double Razor ulti, so much damage, but not enough.
Kill the creep! Oh, it completes the TP into the mid lane.
Care right now?
They have no Troll, they know that, so they just want to force the issue. He actually has a refresher orb of his own.
He could just doom anyone he wants right now. There's gonna be a sheep. He's not using anything right now, though. He's just buying time, I guess.
Yeah, he already bought back, so he's just wait for their team to get here, and the Torrent bow goes.
Yeah, that's a pretty good combo. That's an easy kill, and now FY plus Chalice with only 2 left. Doom comes out. I don't know where my camera work is. Oh! You're fighting the Razor, who gets ravaged, gets the kill, and good games called. Wow. Vici Gaming, they just 2-0 LGD. A very strange game.
Yeah, they've done their best impression from LGD to take a look at the game, in my opinion.
Just some of the things we could talk about. Lane, we had the Kunkka versus Razor, and it felt like Kunkka did a lot better job this time. Though.
Yeah, and I legitimately,